Good morning, park managers, and welcome back to Jurassic World Evolution 2. Today I'm making a Nile enclosure, but as you can see, obviously doing it in my simple way of showing how I'd make the environment in a box. This is something you can make into a whole park build and do enclosures around the Nile sort of thing as well. You can make the enclosure a lot bigger, have it as like a big enclosure towards the back. And obviously when you look at pictures, you see the flood banks that being really nice and green, and then you'll see the sand mountains either side, or the hills even, and it's a really cool environment to pick for making like an enclosure with. This idea came from a Community Park 9.0 submission, but obviously this week I used the Archeolon instead of that, so I thought I will use that submission for how to build, because it is a really interesting environment when looking at pictures and makes for a cool enclosure. They wanted a Suchomimus trio named Orisis, Horus and Set, and with it being the Nile, it's very fitting. And obviously this ain't Community Park, but I did name them nevertheless, just because it's nice and they fit the environment, the names fit them, and they look really cool in this environment walking up and down the river. Obviously when you look at pictures of the River Nile, they're pretty wide, the water span is quite large, so it does help not to have a tiny little river in the middle. So it might look odd in this kind of enclosure because it's only a 4x4, but if you're making a large enclosure with it, it should look a lot more normal than this. And again, it's a really interesting environment to have, and you can do many things with it. I feel like in the future, once I finish Archipelago Park, that I actually might make a River Nile park sort of theme, and do it around the banks, and then maybe have a few wild animals knocking around. And I have no idea what was happening to that fish then, just floating around in the air. Kind of a cool little bug. But yeah, I hope this has given you some ideas and somewhat help towards your builds, and let me know in the comments if you're going to end up making a River Nile inside your parks. And as always, thank you for watching. Until next time, I'll see you later.